we're going to go into a Zoom session. And join from a browser. Okay, hi.
You see me?
Yeah, I see you, and I'm trying to figure out if I can, which camera.
But I don't hear. You can unmic. Okay, fine.
Okay, now you
can
hear, you hear me?
Perfect. Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's good. We're in a separate room, then we don't get the feedback.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out
You're always trying to
how
figure
to
out.
adjust this.
I know how to just. You're always saying, "Hey, good.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Dimitri."
We don't hear you. Tell him to release his mic.
Yeah, you have to unmic yourself. The mute. We gotta hear your beautiful voice. You have to sing. You have to sing to us, Dimitri. Can you sing well?
I have known to hold the tune. How are you?
All right. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova, that's right.
Right. We're gonna be. We're gonna have to forgive all our sins.
5,200 and something, right?
Right. Something
Like that.
Some kind of, as we say, problems. 5,000. How many problems do we have?
True. Very true. Thank you for finding me last minute.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. It's been a long time, and since we're kind of busy going back, Yom Kippur starts this evening, so we have a lot of sins that we have to,
atone
ask for forgiveness, and the sins of everyone else too. We got a lot to do.
More so now than ever.
Right.
How are you?
Okay, the university, made a big deal with this hurricane.
Yeah.
So we've had to make a lot of arrangement for the students, and then finally they canceled it because they were afraid that it will come to the University of Miami.
But you're safe, right, Dimitri? You don't have any issues.
No, there was never an issue before.
Yeah, right. Good.
I mean, as it relates to here, I mean, I live on the canal, so I mean, I get to see some of the boats move back and forth a little bit. But so were classes.
Yeah, there is
Classes was canceled, and before the hurricane came, there were some floods and some rains that were unbelievable here. So the university got paranoid, and there is a canal that crosses the university all the way to the ocean.
Yeah. So, anyways, to be safe, they can't. Anyway, what other parts of Florida really got affected? You don't want to be on the West Coast.
Well, it's okay. The timing is good. Because I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, shouldn't they be teaching class today?
Yeah, they canceled the
That's
classes.
why we were off. And then we have like a fall break too, so it's
okay.
Don't worry about it. So we're up and ready to go. So I was just curious. So tell me about this voice. First of all, how are you? Everything okay? Your health?
I'm blessed. Things are good. I'm moving full speed. I'm trying to take a 24-hour day and turn it into 28 hours.
I know, but you have to find balance a little bit. Anyway, so what are you going to Rio too? You're sending me Portuguese notes.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I speak more than one language, and then I just responded to someone else that said, "Look, I'm going to be in Brazil next month in Rio." Because a girlfriend of mine had asked me, "When am I going to see you?" Blah 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 blah, and I was like, "Come on." I mean,
right. So what are you doing in Rio?
Is that the one with the lawyer with the patent? Which one
is? The
is?
lawyer lives in LA.
Okay, right.
Oh.
Yeah, I use an international dateline. Other rules apply in other parts of the world.
Yeah, right. So what are you going to Brazil for you?
Well, I'm going to Brazil because just 2 days ago I received the final okay from the equivalent of the FDA in Brazil to export my sparkling wine as well as the canned version of the product, which I will show you.
Okay.
So we got the approval. They were a little bit of a stinker because that's just the way they are. So if you could see.
We saw your display. Your display in the show was very nice. How you set up the bottles.
How you had that picture of your table with the
Yeah,
you
with the
guys.
table.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Artistic. It was pretty with the fancy bottles and the cans on the side. Yeah.
You know,
Thank you, thank you.
a picture is worth 1,000 words. Just to show the
Absolutely.
table, and people
You
get the
use that
idea.
again. You can reuse it all the time. That
Yes.
picture's good.
Thank you. That's very nice. So we did the show. The show was quite successful.
What was the
And
show about?
international wine exhibitions that take place from people all around the world. So this was our first official footprint here in the U.S. So we got a waiver because I'm still not allowed to sell the product here in the U.S. until
Okay.
the FDA approves it. It's just a
Oh,
process.
listen to that. Remember, when you go on a cruise, you exit the U.S. Borders, and you are in international waters.
Maybe they can put on the
What
cruise
you
line.
should do is go. Do you know about the International Cruise Conference in Miami?
They do it in April. It's called sea trade, something like that.
Sea
Look
trade,
it up.
and it will
It's like
be great to go to the luxury cruise lines and let them sell those bottles to people,
yeah,
some
VIP or something.
VIP, and you go out of international water as soon as you exit Miami, so you don't have to worry about the US laws, and you can sell your whole table.
Yeah, look at the cruise conference. It's in April.
I'll be here. I'll be here.
So maybe look it up. See if you can. Maybe you can like partner with
Yes,
someone else. You know.
because these stands are they suck blood from you.
I know. So maybe you can kind of you
But
see
what you
who the
should do,
vendors
listen,
are. See who the
you shouldn't get your own stand. Join
join
one
something
large
else and
company. What they do, the large company get the whole huge stands, and then they invite partners for free to put a little table. And then,
something
Exactly.
like being with someone else that's not even. It doesn't have to be even related to you.
Yes, I know.
Kind of like they.
you know, some of the huge beverage and food companies have huge stand, like they build the whole building inside the
Yeah, but you
show.
don't want to. I disagree with you, Avi. I don't think you should even do a competitor with the food.
But it's
They
not a
they do.
competitor. It's something unique that nobody else
Yeah,
has.
no, but even with something that they can shine almost they can give out or something. You'll see.
That's true.
Anyways.
Well, the fortunate thing, we were semi-sponsored by the Spanish government, so we were in the Spanish pavilion.
Yeah, that'll be
That's
great.
also
That's
every
what happened on the
country.
last show.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
so
be
do
good.
it this time too. Every country has an area like the Spanish cruise industry and the Europeans, and you
Yeah.
can tell them that you have some unique product, and they can add you to their show, so
Like
you
the
don't have to.
European or Latin America.
Yeah, and you
Correct.
make one happy hour with your drinks, and people
Yeah,
can.
but he may not be able to do the drinks itself because it's in the U.S.
No, no,
It's
it's
in
not.
Miami
Oh,
Beach.
no, I'm talking about the cruise. Once you go to the cruise
Yeah, but I
conference,
mean in the conference
you
can
get the
talk.
cruise company to host you, and then you go on the cruise. That's where you sell it, on the
Yeah,
cruise.
yeah,
I'm focusing on the cruise ships as well. That's why I created the canned version of the product.
yeah.
So a couple of things happened with that. As a result of the success of the show, of course, we got a lot of buzz, and a
Yeah.
lot of people are interested. And I have meetings. I'm going to be here until the 19th, so I have another week here. So hopefully
Uh-huh.
we'll see each other in person, which would be nice.
Yeah.
Um, it went very well, and we are getting certified organic. So we're going to be the first sparkling wine in the world that's going to be certified organic. And what makes us unique is that there are no terpenes in the product, in the bottles. So
Okay.
yes,
And what's a turpin?
the terpenes, I'm sorry, there are no sulfites. There are no
Okay.
sulfites in the wine, so you don't get
Right,
headaches.
right. Yeah, sulfite free. Yeah.
Sulfite free. So
Right.
we no sugar
Right.
and no sulfites, and it's
Right.
100% organic. So that
Right.
within itself is unique.
Yeah.
And the terpenes are the natural extracts that come from fruits and plants.
Yeah.
So in the peach, in the blueberry, and all the other flavors that we have, you actually taste peach. You
Uh-huh.
actually, so it's a very unique uh,
Flavor.
experience.
Yeah.
Right, right. It's natural. Like they say artificial flavors and preservatives.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff.
And
We don't
it-
have any of that.
Yeah.
None of it. Zero, zero, zero.
Yeah.
So it drew a lot of attention. We have a sangria that's 100% organic, which is the first to market. it's just all kinds of cool stuff that we're doing, and we're drawing attention. My cousin who came to me from Barcelona is doing 2 events in Texas next week, and then we're off to Vegas again.
Yeah, because you were doing Vegas, I remember a number of times.
Yes. So the good news is Vegas's experience has accelerated, and now we're in front of the Tao Group. If you're familiar with who the Tao Group are, they're the ones.
No.
The Tao Group own. I can't talk to my cousin. It's the group that owns most of the clubs in Las Vegas area and about 85 clubs around the world, and they're the largest retailer of champagne in the world in the club setting. So it's a perfect fit. Of course, I would like to live and 11 and all these other clubs that are big here, but there's a lot of quote unquote celebrity type of people says, "Oh, I know so and so, and I can do this," blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, okay, I can make elephants fly too."
yeah, right. Pigs too.
Yeah, elephants and fly, right?
And
So
pigs are part of it.
yeah, so it's fine. I mean, I'm here for another week, and then I'm off to Vegas, as I told
Mhm.
you. An opportunity was presented to me some months ago where someone was who could not continue to maintain the development of the voice AI. So he
Yeah, that's
approached
what I
me.
wanted to really talk to you about. Because the wines, I cannot help you. I have no clue. You know what I mean? I'm ignorant, as can be.
No, no,
But
you're
the,
not. It's just
but the voice AI, that's what intrigues me. So
But
tell me
so
about
I
that.
so I bought the intellectual property. So Voice AI is owned by me now, which is an extremely strong brand. If you own Voice AI, I mean, come on.
No. That's a great, definitely, that's a great domain name.
Thank you. Yeah, so I purchased that, and I wound up acquiring the 4 developers.
Okay, and where are they based?
Some of them are based in Montreal. Some of them are based in Europe. So I just took them under my wing, and I said,
And what
okay,
are they? And where are they in their? Where are they in their? They have a product, or what do they have?
oh yes, we've already developed the product. I've already launched it in several test markets for people to engage the AI. I'd be happy to give you
Yeah.
one phone number so you can communicate with it as well.
Yes.
We just did the 3.0 version as we speak right now.
Hmm.
Before you called me, I was on the phone with a gentleman who's doing his PhD in AI, and he was impressed, and he blew up my phone. He says, we got to talk." I
Yeah.
said, "Hey,
So let us see. And then basically it runs on the phone. How does it work?
yes, yes." See, so it's a supportive ecosystem because I own a telco company.
Right.
The telco company supports the AI. People are not looking at it as a whole. So what I've done, Sarah, is now I created a lead gen model. So now and I haven't had a chance to share this with you because I was in Colombia recently.
Yeah.
I just oh my God, I can't take this. Now everyone's gonna call me. It's a rough time. It's just how it is. So I acquired GotPain.com.
Who?
GotPain.
Oh, God, Payne. I think you told me about that.
Yeah, I acquired it when I was in Colombia. I won the bid and I picked it up.
Okay.
So
For
let me tell you,
the PI. For PI, right?
it could be for anything. Hold on just a quick second, Sarah. This is probably more important. Just a second.
Okay.
take your time.
Okay. But
Sorry.
yeah. Go ahead.
I just told him I was on a conference call because
Okay.
so um, what I'm doing is an ecosystem.
Okay.
I own the brand, which is the lead generation. Okay, so
For this voice AI, right? We're talking about.
correct. But there's a reason why I bought the AI company.
Okay.
I want to be able to offer more.
You're right.
So
We talked about it even in Whole Foods. You remember we were talking about that. The voice conversation. We said that's the latest. And if you see Gemini Live, Copilot, everybody's going to voice. Everybody's going to conversation. Chat GPT, the latest. They're all conversational.
yes, but this is conversational, meaning that you have to engage the client via voice. So they call into a voice, but that becomes a bridge. The voice has to say something relating to a product, not the
Right.
voice just for the voice purposes.
Yeah, like the phone PBX.
Exactly. So what's happened is I've managed to incorporate with an API to run it into my phone PBX network, and then from there have it support the intake, create the value, send a text message to the client confirming the reservation, if that's the case in a restaurant setting, for example.
So incoming calls.
Incoming calls, yes.
So you're a little bit like Avi. What was the name of that company doing the incoming calls?
Yeah, there are several companies like
There's several companies trying
Air
to do that.
AI,
Right.
Vappy AI.
Vappy. You know
Tons
them?
of them.
Yeah, tons.
Well, and then they're every day, and by the end,
Every day.
the thing is, they're all using similar platforms.
Right.
And what makes my product unique is that it's an internal network. They're using third-party plugins in order for them
Right,
to
right. They're using Twilio. I think.
Exactly. They're using Twilio. So I tell them, so how's that working out for you when they go down? They're like, oh my God, we had problems. I'm like, they're not a telco company.
Right.
They're a software company with a telco plugin. I'm a telco. I'm the opposite. So yeah, 90% of them are using, again, I'm not trashing Twilio. It's not that point. But they can't do what I do.
No, it's different. You're coming from a different. So what is
But you know what is
I
difficult?
guess case study.
What is very difficult is to create a community. So to create a community, you can start with a virtual community. If you take a couple of university classes and you simulate a community, they will be calling each other, and you record it and you broadcast it, and like you got 100 people already in a community. So when 101 person comes and he says, oh, there's 100 people there already, let's join the community.
Yeah,
And
it creates credibility. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you the phone. I'm gonna give you the phone number to one of them now, just so that I want you to be able to play around with it. Hold on,
Yeah.
see if I can find it. This is my 3.0 version that we did.
Okay.
My team sent it to me. Excuse me as I look for it.
Yeah, and then you can put it in the chat even. Here, or I can just copy it. You can just
Yeah,
tell me.
it's one. The area
Yeah.
code is 1-925
925
329
329
3299.
3299. Okay. 1925
32.99.
329.
3299. Right?
No, 32. Yeah, so it's 1-925-329
Yeah.
3299.
Right.
Call it. Can you? Did you have a
Yeah,
phone?
let me call it now.
Call it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it now. And I'll see what I got. So 1-925-329-3299. And it says California.
Hello, you've reached Julie at J Legal. Are you looking for legal advice or help with a specific issue?
Legal advice.
Could you tell me a little more about the type of legal assistance you're looking for? At J Legal, we provide help across various areas such as personal injury, employment law, family law, landlord-tenant disputes, and more. We can guide you through the next steps in your legal battle.
I need to have contracts for renters.
It sounds like you're looking for assistance with landlord-tenant issues, specifically regarding rental contracts.
Yes.
My team have extensive experience in landlord-tenant law, including lease agreements and ensuring that both landlords and tenants understand their rights and responsibilities. Would you like me to provide more information on this?
Yes.
If you prefer to schedule a consultation with one of our attorneys, great.
More info.
Sure. When it comes to rental contracts, it's important to have a well-drafted lease agreement that outlines the terms and conditions of the rental arrangement. This typically includes details such as rent amount and due date, duration of the lease, security deposit requirements, maintenance responsibilities, rules regarding pets and guests, termination, conditions. Having a clear and comprehensive rental contract can help prevent disputes and protect both landlords and tenants. If you have specific questions or need assistance drafting a contract, our attorneys can help ensure that your lease complies with local law. If you're ready, I can help you schedule a consultation with one of our attorneys to discuss your situation in detail.
Yes. Yes.
To set up a consultation, could you please provide the thank you for confirming. To set up the consultation, could you please provide the best phone number to reach you?
843-779-2426.
Thank you. Finally, could you provide a brief overview of the issue you'd like help with regarding the rental contract? This will help us connect you with the right attorney.
Using AI to do rental contracts.
Thank you for that information. It sounds like you're interested in utilizing AI technology to assist with drafting rental contracts. I'll make sure to pass this information along to one of our attorneys who can provide you with the best guidance on this matter. One of our attorneys will reach out to you shortly to discuss your case. In the meantime, if you have any further questions, feel free to ask. We're here to help you through every step of the process.
Thank you, and I appreciate that Dimitri gave me your number.
You're very welcome. I'm glad Dimitri connected you with us. If you have any more questions or need assistance in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.
Thank you. You. So so your motto will then do this for attorney, be like their incoming calls?
Yes. So just a few days ago, I was approached with a yacht company that wants to be able to do reservations with using AI. So looking at my inventory, I said to myself, wait a minute, why do I need to do that when I can do that myself and create the funnel? So I acquired 305 FL yachts. 305 FL. I knew I'd get you to smile. Jesus shaking his head. Yeah, I'm from the tribe. What do you think I'm gonna do?
That Semitic tribe always is doing something.
Exactly. So I said, wait a minute, I have to take this from another angle. So I set up I already have the website up. So if you put in FL, if you're in front of the computer, FL-yachts.com.
Hold on. Let me go.
FL is in Florida.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. So it's FL Yachts.
Yeah, FL-yachts.com.
Oh, FL
Yeah, it's
Yachts.com. How do you spell yachts?
Y-A-A. Yeah, it's a weird spelling. I know. I misspelled it myself one time. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, how do you spell yachts?
Y-A.
How are you spelling, Dimitri, how are you spelling yachts?
Hold on a second. Yachts. Y-A-C-H-T-S.
No T?
With a T.
Y-A-T-C-H-S, right?
Y-A-C-H-T-S.
C-H-T-S. Oh, the yachts is in there. Okay. That's without that, there's only one T, right?
There's only one T, correct.
Yeah, let me do it. That's the only problem. Yachts is
It's a weird.
okay, I see it. Yeah, so let me share my screen. Hold on. So you see my screen?
That's it.
Right, okay.
So I already created an AI for it on the intake. Yesterday I had my team do it. So I have a phone number already attached to it called International Yachts. So it's just a demo model, but I'm going to create a whole entire funnel with this because now people who want to be able to place their boats in the platform
Yeah.
will be able to post the boat and everything related to it, and I'll be able to manage their reservation system.
Yeah, and a couple of mile almost perimeter where you are now, you can get all those guys with the yachts.
I'm looking outside. I have it outside my house.
I know. We even went one time before we went. We were presenting at the February conference last year, and the guy that was on our panel had in Miami Beach. He had a yacht that he used to take people out, and we met earlier, on that,
And the phone number I have is all 7 digits, so I have 305 FL Yacht. A yacht is obviously the S stays off because it wouldn't be 7 digits. So the call to action is there. By the way, my team is going to be able to integrate the intake using WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp is important to have the intake, yeah.
Yes, the
Also
intake.
international, everybody uses it internationally too.
Exactly. So they'll be able to.
Even more so internationally than even local, than even the
But
US.
we look at our client base, and the
Right.
clients from here, and maybe 30–40% of them are from somewhere else.
Right.
So that's the key way to create that funnel. So I uploaded it and created that right now. So that's
So
ready.
now this is in the beginning stage. So this voiceai.com. So let's say I want to do incoming. So who is your best customer for this voice AI? Who do you imagine to be your best customer?
Attorneys.
Attorneys. You're going to start with attorneys, okay?
Absolutely.
And with the paying thing, you can start with, I guess, the PI guys.
Right. Got Pain is one that I have. Also, bail bondsmen. People who are doing bail. I own and acquired Bail 911, and I also own MIA Bail. Both the phone number and the website. So the guys in jail, they need to physically call someone so they can set bail.
Right, they have that one phone call or whatever.
Exactly. So they get the phone call, and it can't be. Here's the interesting thing: most of the time, it's not toll free. Most of the time, they make that call. Well, what they do is they call their family members, and their family members call.
Right, because they can talk for a longer period of time or whatever.
Right. So I saw a window of opportunity in that space because they usually generally have to hire someone to be on call to answer the phone 24 hours a day in the bail bond. So in this case, what I would do is I would take an AI with my brand and do the intake, get all the information for them, qualify them, and then send that information within 8 hours or so many hours because it's an insurance bond, as you already know how it works with bail. Bail is one thing. Bond is the insurance bond to ensure that that particular person will show up to court on the specific.
Right. Yeah. I know.
B Diddy, like B Diddy.
Yeah. Right. This is in. Yeah. Let's not go there. Okay. But anyways, I got the idea.
Yeah.
So basically, you're going to be inbound, but you're going to be the end service for somebody. Is that the idea?
Yes. I want to be the end service because that's where the value is. Because
right. Well, that's what so you don't want to be those guys like Vappy. You want to be like the end service for certain basically industries and start off with the PI.
Yes, PI is because it's the most lucrative.
Yeah, right. Well, they also spend a lot on advertising. You see that all the time,
Yes, that's why pretty soon you're going to start to see the billboards around town that say "Got Pain" with the question mark.
Yeah, no, they're really. You can say that's how they just everything is through, and then when you have and then they say we'll answer your call right away, and then you're gonna be like a voice chatbot in a way, right?
Correct. So I'll do all the intake.
This was good. Did you see? This was already said. She said Dimitri, and it was pretty good. So your folks did this?
Yes.
And how did you find those folks?
They reached out to me.
And how did they know about you?
Just the industry. They know that I want to be the underlying carrier for a lot of the people doing voice AI. So what's happened, Sarah, is that people are focused here in the North American market, in the English-speaking world. They've ignored that voice AI could be much bigger in South America.
Yeah.
Spanish is the second most spoken native language.
Right.
As a native language.
Right.
So if I can focus on enhancing the experience in Spanish, we can move forward really well. And again, I was just in Colombia, and I met.
Where were you? In Colombia.
In Medellin.
Medellin.
Where there's a lot of development taking place.
Yeah, I know.
So I met with some people there, and they're the ones who turned me on. Says, hey, I didn't know you could do this. Yeah, you can't have a conversational AI without a telco.
Right. No, that makes sense. And then you'll be structured too, so you can charge more at that end.
And I can control more.
Right.
Controlling more means at less.
So your payment schedule. Let's say I'm going to be the customer. I'm a PI, and I have a number of different locations. Almost like that. Of those guys, and think about it, even Miami, it's all Espanol anyways, right?
Exactly.
Other guys with the, even you can get some of those guys. All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
so I got those. And
Exactly.
then how are you gonna charge, what's the payment schedule? How do I
It's a,
pay
it's a,
by
well,
call or what?
well, per call on the intake, but what I'm doing is what we call a success model. So in this case, the attorney or the firm would license the rights to use my brand.
Okay,
In this case, let's call it Hurt 911 or Got Pain or any one of the brands that are right.
okay,
So they could advertise using it through a licensing agreement, and then from there we would manage the intake, and then that would give them all the filters so they don't have to pay the staff member to answer the phone, which is a 24-hour challenge, and we will give them a better outcome. So they would pay us based on the success model. So it'd be a monthly fee for advertising, and then everything else, meaning if I deliver them a client, a signed client, they would pay me X number of dollars per client.
and how do you know if it's a success? How do you track that?
Oh, it's done through this process. Once they give us the criteria of the questions that are asked, and that person is qualified, then that call gets transferred at some point, and all those calls are recorded, so we would know that that person was qualified.
So it's a qualified lead, not that they're taking me as a client. Is that
Exactly.
correct?
It's a
So it's a qualified lead that they, so it's basically just not a spammer.
No, I wouldn't do that to my client because
Right, so
spending
it's
too
a
much money.
qualified, you're paying by qualified leads.
Correct, which I'm filtering through their criteria.
Okay, and is that okay in the legal market?
Of course,
For
because
attorney?
yes,
Okay.
yes, because I'm doing
Qualified
marketing
leads
for
are,
them.
they can pay for qualified leads.
Yes,
Sure.
they can.
In the
It's
state of
legal.
Florida.
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, you're paying for the qualified lead. We're not charging a percentage of the settlement. We're charging for the service.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Whether it was $1 or whether it's $1 million, it doesn't matter,
Right.
it's a qualified lead.
Right, it's a qualified lead, and average there's a price depending on the state and the tax, not the tax.
But haven't you done something similar with that with attorneys in the past, or no?
I do it, but I do it through the branded phone number, and I just charge them a flat rate per month.
Okay, so the difference here, but you just give them it's just the phone number, you're not giving them you're not giving them any answering service. This is just like an intelligent answering service,
Yes, it is.
right? Am I correct on that?
Yes, with the value model of the brand.
Right,
So-
so you're continuing, not just having them lease the 305, I got pain or something, or
Right.
ambulance chaser or something. You get,
I get a higher residual.
well, it's continuous, you're giving continuous value, rather than just leasing, I'm giving you qualified leads, okay? And
Exactly.
the idea of advertising, they do the advertising, not you, is that correct?
Well, we would help in the creating of the advertisement. They can use it any way they see fit, but anything from there would, for example, I'm negotiating now with media companies to buy ad space. So what will happen, based on the size of the firm, wherever they happen to be, and let's take the largest firm in the U.S., the Morgan and Morgans of the world.
Right.
Not that I'm in conversation with them, but let's say it was that, and they're interested in my lead gen model.
Right.
First of all, they do not have a branded phone number, which I think is a big mistake for Morgan and Morgan. So
Yeah, but they have that pound law.
yeah, but that's nonsense.
Well, why is that nonsense?
Because pound law gets you nowhere.
Where does it get you?
It gets you to another text.
Okay.
Yeah,
But they don't, 1-800 lawyers.
they don't.
Warren. But they pay, you know how many times I hear them? I mean, it's amazing.
Yes,
I'm
because
already disgusted by it. I would never use them because they oversaturate.
That's right. So John Morgan, who lives in Orlando,
Uh-huh.
his model is to acquire leads through personal injury lawyers using a geography. So if they go to a specific area, like here, they're growing in South Florida, the corridor between Fort Lauderdale and Miami has more places, has more deaths that occur by accident than anywhere else in the country.
I imagine that with all the illegals and all the people that don't even have a driver's license, and they're not insured.
Not only are they not insured, but the reckless driving, the speeding, the cutting across
No,
lanes.
no. It's obvious. Okay, all right. So there's big money. There's death.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, that's where the money is.
And
if I just get a neck injury, that's nothing. Okay.
Right, and the highest accident claim per capita is here in Florida.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's
and
ridiculous.
Also, fraud rate is here in Florida.
Fraud, that's why fraud. Yes. Oh, and healthcare fraud. I don't even want to get into that one. It's so bad.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
There's a lot of get rich quick schemes here.
Yeah, a bunch of, as we say, gonna be. Okay. So anyway,
So I'm trying to legitimize. It could be done. Money long term needs to be made legitimately and ethically.
Yeah.
And I believe.
So you're starting with the league of PI. Is that? Am I correct? So you're starting with the PI.
And I hire a sales manager now who doesn't live too far away, and he's in charge of reaching out to law firms to get them to see.
And you want to start with law firms in South Florida, or
it doesn't matter, but South Florida because that's
and there's so many of them that, and I think even it's better because even those little guys have to have a niche to how they can compete with those Morgans, or whoever those are.
Sarah,
you don't need the Morgans because Morgans can do something on their own, but it's those little guys, the 1 and 2 man shop or something.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we can introduce you to a law firm.
Which law firm?
The one that is in the band that this woman was at the University of Miami.
Which one are you talking about?
The one that we went to their concert in the museum. There is a law firm here that has been in business for a very long time. The husband is a lawyer, and the wife used to work for the University of Miami in the Alumni Center.
Oh, Bowen and Shoots?
Yes, and they are going to have a performance at the University of Miami.
Okay, let me just tell you.
And they know they have huge mailing list of other lawyers in the area.
Defense attorneys, there may be their insurance defense. Anyways, you can talk to them about it. Okay, I'll tell you this. On October 18th, at Dimitri, at the Rasmus campus. Let me just look at it.
Rasmus is a part of the University of Miami. It's a marine biology campus.
Rasmus, hold on. It's on Key Biscayne.
Okay.
They have on around 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. They have happy hour. It's beautiful. It's on Key Biscayne. It's on the
water.
The Marine Center. They end up having happy hour. Plus, they have bands, live bands. And the live band, we saw them last time. They're called LLP Band. They're a bunch of lawyers from.
You took me to them. Yes,
This is another one. There are 2 of them. One is called Roadkill, and the other one is this one. This has 2 different musicians that are also lawyers.
Okay.
And so anyway, come and we'll eat there. And what we'll do, I'll send you the details.
I'll be there.
And then we'll be there.
That'd be perfect.
And by the way, also the university.
They can give you some insight because they do all those guys in the band. There's 2 guys that are working attorneys. They work for a large law firm, and basically they do insurance defense.
They take the other side. They take the insurance defense. Right. The other guys are chasing the ambulance.
I know, but they know the guys. You understand?
Of course they do. Yeah, I get it.
But it's a great idea. Plus, it'll be a great time, and it's also on the water. How beautiful is that? And it's on Key Biscayne.
Also,
another. Even if it doesn't, Avi has the idea. It's great. Anyways, we were thinking about it because we saw them last week in Coral Gables, and we love the band. We've never seen them before, and then Avi was so excited. He goes, "Where else are you guys playing?" And they said, "We're playing at the University of Miami on the Key Biscayne campus." So I'll get the notes for you. We'll meet there even if it doesn't work out there, we have a good time. How can we have a bad time
You
together?
know, there is another thing. The University of Miami has call centers. So
But this
the
is
University
really
of Miami
more
has
for the
call
law firm.
centers, and the wife of the lawyer that is the owner of this band used to work as a director of the alumni center. What they do is they have call centers, and they call the alumni from the call center
Or
to
they
raise
call others,
money
develop.
for the university. Another
But I
good
think the law firms fit better.
another good idea is to get to the call center and get the call center to use your communication systems, you know, in order to raise money.
Yes, but the thing is, I have to be very careful on how AI is being used because we're not allowed to solicit.
No.
No, I'm not sure really. You have to use an insider, somebody that is inside and is working with you. You cannot just come in from the outside and solicit it. But
No,
this,
no, I mean, we can't
No, he
solicit
means
the
the
phone call.
AI, Avi.
The AI, Avi. Avi, I can't solicit. You can't have a cold call with AI.
No,
This is
no,
inbound.
what?
Avi's talking about
No,
inbound.
I'm talking about the way it works is like this. They first of all ask the faculty member and the students to volunteer to work in the call center. So they have different groups, and each group has about 20 people sitting in front of a computer. And it's not the way it works is they give you the list of the calls to make, and you make a call, and most of the time there is an answering machine, and you leave a message, and you tell them, call me back. I'm from the University of Miami, and you donated last time $10, and we're doing a special event. We want to invite you, and maybe you can donate. And they leave a message, and then the alumni, he calls them back. But the problem is when you sit there all day long and you leave messages, there are 3 or 4 telephone calls that are coming at the same time to this one caller, and he cannot handle all of them. So the idea is just for the inbound calls to have the AI talk to them and hold them online and discuss with them what do they want until the person can intervene. So when he gets many calls at the same time, he cannot reply in real time.
I could definitely do that.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. If there are inbound calls that are coming to one operator in the call center, can the AI discuss with him what's going on?
Yes.
And he can
Yes.
he can know, oh, there is another call, so he can tell the person that is on now,
Yes.
excuse me for a minute, I have to just deal with another call, and he comes in and he says, I'll join you just in a minute, and then he can handle 3 or 4 calls at the same time.
Yes, we can do that because we have a call queue system put in place already for managing intake calls. Yes.
And that's the problem that they're having. That we were volunteering as faculty member, and this woman that is the wife of the lawyer that organizes all of that, she was in charge of the alumni center. So the University of Miami has maybe 100,000. It was already for 100 years, so it has 100,000 alumni and students around the world. And then when they leave messages, people call them back, and all of a sudden on your computer you see 3 or 4 calls, and you cannot deal with all of them together. So the AI will tie them up in a conversation, and they will know in a second the person will come back to them. In the meantime, the AI can ask, what do you want? And then rank order them according to which one gives the most money.
That would be interesting. Obviously, with the talent pool that I've acquired, there's a lot that's being done, and there's a lot that can be done. The models on the intake are based on the sophistication of what the AI can do. Uh, guys,
Okay, we'll talk later.
I got a 1 o'clock coming in right now.
Okay, yeah, it's 1 o'clock. Okay, so we'll talk later. I'll send you the invite so
Thank you.
let's set up for October 18th. I think it's
You got
around
it.
4 or 5 o'clock.
At the University of Miami, it is called the Marine Biology.
No, it isn't. It's called Rosenstiel.
I'll give you guys a call in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Stay
Ciao.
well, and we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. Let me stop sharing here.
So we can stay on the line for a while.
No, I have to go. So I'm here. I'm going to end the call. Anything else? We got it. I'll just find out the Rosenstiel and I'll just send it. Okay?
All right. So I'll see
Ciao,
you.
ciao.
I'll talk to you
Baby.
later.
Great. I love the hat. Love
Bye.
the look.
Bye.
You see my happy face?
Yes. I saw your happy face.
Bye.
Bye.
Extracts that come from fruits and plants. So in the peach, in the blueberry, and all the other flavors that we have, you actually taste peach. So it's a very unique experience. Right? It's natural. Like you know, they say artificial flavors and preservatives. We don't have any of that. None. Zero. So if you allow attention, we have a sangria that's 100% organic, which is the first to market. We just all kinds of cool stuff that we're doing, and we're joining. My cousin who came to me from Barcelona. So the good news is Vegas' experience has accelerated, and now we're in front of the Calgary Bar. The Calgary it's the group that owns most of the clubs in Las Vegas area, about 35 clubs around the world, and we're the largest retailer of champagne in the world in club setting. So it's a perfect fit. Of course, I'd like to live and 11 all these other clubs that are big here, but you know, there's a lot of political celebrity type of people. Oh, I know so and I can do this, you know, blah 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 blah. I can make all this fly too.
Thanks too.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, so it's fine. And I'm here for the week, and then I'm off to Vegas. I told you, an opportunity was presented to me some months ago. For someone who could not continue to maintain the development of the voice AI. So
Yeah, that's what I wanted to really talk about. The one second I know, I have no clue. You know what I mean? I'm ignorant. But the voice AI, that's what's intriguing. So tell me about that.
I bought the intellectual properties of voiceai.ai is right now, which is an extremely strong brand. If you own voiceai.ai.
No, that's a great, that's a great domain.
Yeah, so I purchased that, and I wound up acquiring the 4 developers.
Okay, where are they based?
Some of them are based in Montreal, some of them are based in Europe. So I just put them on my link. And
Where are they? Where are they? They have a product or what do they have?
oh yes, we've already developed the product. I've already launched it in several test markets for people to engage AI. I'm happy to give phone numbers so you can do things as well. We just did the 3.0 version as we speak right now. Before you call me on the phone with a gentleman who's a PhD in AI, and he blew up my phone. He said, we got to talk.
Yeah, so let us see, you know, and basically, it runs on the phone. How does it work?
Yes. So it's a supporting ecosystem. Because I know the telco company, right? The telco company supports the AI. People are not looking at it as a whole. So what I've done, Sarah, is now create a lead gen model. So now I haven't shared this with you because I've been Columbia recently. I just now we'll go on. So what's that? It's just how it is. So I acquired gotpain.com. Gotpain.
Oh, Gotpain. I think you told me about that.
Yeah, I acquired it when I was in Columbia. I went to bid. I picked it up. So
Like a PI, right?
it can be created. All this is Sarah. This is probably more public.
You want to do it?
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I'm doing is an ecosystem. I own the brand, which is the lead generation. Okay? So
For this voice AI, right?
correct. But there's a reason why I bought the AI. I want to be able to offer you.
You're right. We talked about it even in Whole Foods. Remember we were talking about that. The voice concept. We said that's the latest that you see. Gemini Live, Copilot, everybody's on the voice, everybody's on conversation. ChatGPT, the latest, they're all conversation.
Yes, but this is conversational, meaning that you have to engage the client via voice, so they fall into a voice. But that becomes a bridge. The voice has to say something relating to a product, not the voice for the voice purposes. Yeah, exactly. So what happened is I managed to incorporate with an API to run it into my OBS network, and then from there have it support the intake, create the value, send a text message to the client concerning the reservation of that vacation restaurant setting, for example.
So incoming calls.
Incoming calls, yes.
So you're a little bit like Bobby, what's the name of that company doing the incoming calls? There's several companies trying to do that, right? Bobby, you know, every day.
The thing is, they're all using similar platforms. What makes my product unique is that it's an internal network. They're using third-party plugins working on it.
They're using Twilio.
They're using Twilio. So I tell them, so how's that working out for you when they go down? They're like, oh my God, we have problems. I'm like, you're not a telco company. You're a software company with a telco plugin. I'm a telco, I'm the opposite. So yeah, 90% of the reason, again, I'm not trusting Twilio, not that responded to someone else that said, look, I'm going to be in Brazil next month in Rio. Because my girlfriend wanted to ask me, when am I going to see you? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, come on.
I know. So what are you doing in Rio?
Is that the one with the lawyer with the patent? Which one
The
is?
lawyer lives in LA.
Oh.
Yeah, I use an international date line. I was willing to fly in other parts of the world.
Yeah, right. So what are you going to Brazil for? Rio.
Well, I'm going to Brazil because just 2 days ago I received the final okay from the equivalent of the FDA in Brazil to export my sparkling wine as well as the canned version of the product, which I was sent to. So we got the approval. They were a little bit of a secret because that's just the way they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
saw
saw
it.
your display. Your display in the show was very nice. How you set up the bottles.
You had that picture of your table.
Yeah, with the table.
Thank you.
It was pretty with the fancy bottles and the cans on the side.
You know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Just to show the table, and people get the idea.
Yeah, you can reuse it all the time. That's good.
Thank you. That's very nice. So we did the show. The show was quite successful.
That's right.
Right. We're gonna be